Welcome to Austin, Texas, and DKR, home of the Texas Longhorns. As we'll see a squad from the SEC, the Florida Gators, taking on one of the participants from last year's playoff, the Texas Longhorns. 3A Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth by a couple of legends, and yes, we do use that term loosely. David Pollack from the University of Georgia and former Gator Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's get down to the field. Kick it off to get us underway.
Texas.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. So Florida's offense will take the field first. And what a performance, an aerial show from this guy in the last game, and he has to have a ton of confidence coming into this one, David.
Yeah, it was a great week, and watching that tape before this game, like you could tell, man, he was seeing it quick. The ball was coming out, just touchdowns at will. A really nice day, and I think, Jesse, you take that and you start to build on it for this offense and really continue to trust him to make plays through the air.
Yeah, that's a good point. I think he really earned his offensive coordinator's trust after that performance. So I'm anticipating the playbook to expand a little bit in this game, maybe see some new schemes in the passing game just based on what this guy was able to do the last time he took the field.
Powers through the defender. He's there to make the stop, and they threw it in reverse, losing yardage on that play. This crowd bringing me with the catch. It's Middleton. Hard running there. And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few. DKR heating up and trying to make third down impossible here. From the gun, wants to pass. Strong pass rush, gets to the quarterback, and they get him at the 46. And the Gators will punt this one away. First time we've seen their punt team this afternoon. First one of the day is booted away. They ran him out there 4 times in the victory last week. Boy, they had a chance to track that thing down, but it bounces into the end zone for a touchback. The Longhorns offense headed onto the field. Our first look at them today. As we take a quick look at the impact players for today's game, what players did you guys look to for motivation to make an impact during your playing days, Jesse?
Well, it was the guys we relied on each and every week. We came into the season expecting these types of guys to be our biggest weapons, and every week those were the guys that had to deliver for us in order to have success.
And it's just fun to have those guys that are consistent. Like, they lead by example, then they start to learn their voice and lead the team. But every week, guys that you can count on, they punch the clock, and they're hard workers.
They stay aggressive and push their way out to the 33, and it's first down.
Man, that was a good run, but it was almost even better. Great job by the offense. Keep the running game going. You get big chunks like this. Not only was that a big chunk, it also looked like it could have gone for more.
Just willed his way for a couple out to the 35. Guys, let's take a big view of Texas. For the many fans of the program, they started this season dreaming of a national championship. That dream has quickly turned to a nightmare, falling all the way out of the top 25. Where is their head right now amidst all of this chaos?
They got to get their heads out of the clouds right now and finally play up to their potential. They've got a lot of talent, but they have not been able to put it together on game day. There's a lot of people on social media and the message boards, sports talk radio locally, very, very angry with how this team has played. They've got to do something to turn it around, Dave.
That's not the place I thought they had to get their head out of. I mean, it's been a dumpster fire. It has not been good this year. They've got to somehow right this ship. There's too much talent on this squad to be losing game after game and falling out of the rankings.
And the defender just way too handsy on that last play. You could see all the contact as the ball was in the air. He simply can't do it, and the referees caught it.
And the Longhorns come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Running back searching for a hole. Oh, he's got some space. He stopped just a chain link or two away from the first down and sets them up beautifully here. The Longhorns come to the line. This situation, you might see a shot play. He's brought down, but it'll be enough for a first down.
This is an offense that really relies on its running game on that second down call, giving it to the back, letting him find a way to go get it first.
The Longhorns have their offense in high gear. Quick release by the QB. He goes to the ground, but not before a big pickup and a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Off play action on first down. Gets it out quickly. That completion gets them inside the 10, and the defense is running out of room to defend. The Longhorns have it in scoring position on first and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. He pushes it forward all the way to the 2-yard line. And after that first down gasher, they're close to the end zone. Second and goal coming. Quick touch pass to the receiver. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender.
And the offense, they don't choose to go downhill, be physical. They try to get it on the perimeter. Stay away from some of those defensive linemen. But you can tell, DBs, linebackers, not scared. Nice job. Playing fast, trusting their eyes.
Scores on the sneak. Smokey the Cannon, not crowd.
I mean, coming out on point, coming out dissecting the defense, scoring early in front of this crowd. You know good and well, all these fans love their school. Texas has got so much pride. This gets them going early.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Florida has the ball back, and here comes the offense. Finding themselves down 7-0, they'd love to get a drive going here. Handoff to the lone back. A collision, and he stopped at the 27 after picking up 1.
Run game is good. Balance is good. Now listen, if the run game isn't good, then you got to pass the football a little bit more. But sometimes you got to keep them honest, take them chunk by chunk.
Got it behind the line. It's Middleton. Makes the grab, but not quite enough for the first down, but a good gain on that play.
Now, you've seen the evolution of these slot receivers. They're just matchup nightmares. They're hard to get your hand on. A lot of times, they're off the football, you can't jam them. These guys are so productive, and offenses really feature their best players most time in those slot positions.
Ball is at the 35. It's 1st and 10. Intercepted, and the defense has set him up.
And he makes a play in the back end. Nice job reading the pass, and that's his 2nd of the season. This guy, unbelievable job seeing the quarterback, breaking on the quarterback, and going and getting that big play.
Throws to the wideout. Working on the right. They get him stopped, but the... And on 1st down, they're running out the field goal unit. The offense will have to use its 1st timeout of the half. Let's see if they can put the defense on its heels in 1st and 10. The give to the running back from the shotgun. And he'll step into the end zone. Touchdown, Texas! Precision blocking up front. Created the open lane, and the running back followed it beautifully.
Yeah, it's pretty easy to follow an offensive line that makes those holes. It just gives you a caravan all the way to the end zone. What an unbelievable job blocking up front.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The Gators sending the offense back to work. To say this has been a slow start is a bit of an understatement, and they really need to get it going here, Jesse.
That's right. The opponent, they're firing on all cylinders right out of the gate. Offensively for this unit, they've been slow and struggling. They need an explosive play to wake themselves up.
Yeah, and it's just the 1st quarter, so it's not the end of the world. You've seen slow starts, but you got to continue to pick and pick and pick until you find that play or that scheme that you can use.
There he goes. And he's able to shed 1 tackle and gets a pretty good pickup. You can work your way down the field with these wide receiver screens, but also look for the opportunity to turn them into chunk plays later.
No doubt, you throw it quickly. You get it to him now. DB comes up, has to make a tackle. Now you fake it maybe a little bit later on. So these plays, they're not huge plays all the time, but they can set up big plays down the road for your offense.
Well, you know the offense is going to come out trying to get this guy the football, right? He's their best receiver. He's their best receiving target. Great job on defense knocking that one away.
Looking to throw for it. Grab near the sticks. It's Middleton. They get him on the ground, and with that, we'll head to the 2nd quarter. Guys, it is Texas who holds the lead, and they jumped out to that edge early. As we wrap up the 1st, let's take a quick look at our game stats. First play of the period, 1st down here. Wants to throw again. Using the back as a receiver on the screen. Not a whole lot of room there on that screen pass, as it just never developed. Line getting set on 2nd down. Off the RPO, complete. He is down at the 1. A terrific run after the throw and catch.
The biggest rule change for me, if I could make one in all of college football, would be illegal man downfield. And when they run these RPO plays and those linemen start to creep further and further down the field, I would love for the refs to call those more often. It's a cheating play, basically, running these RPOs. So hard to stop. Nice execution by the offense, but probably cheating.
Can the D deny them on 2nd and goal? Power ahead. He works his way ever closer all the way down to the 1-yard line.
Well, he gets tackled down at the 1-yard line, so offensively, do you feel confident enough on 3rd here trying to hand it off again?
Yeah, and I'm taking both these downs, and I'm coming downhill. I'm running the football, trying to get this in the end zone. I only got a yard to go. I got to be physical.
He'll sneak it and try to surge forward. Sneaks it into the end zone.
And I tell you what, Reese, I'm not picking a team unless I got a guy that can do something like this at the quarterback spot. I need an athlete. I need a little bit of mobility. It just dictates too much to the defense. QB runs in for 6.
They're coming out to tee it up for the kickoff, and that last score was a real buzzkill for this crowd. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. Here comes the Texas offense. They had to stand by and watch that scoring march, and now it's up to them to find a way to answer it. He's stuffed after picking up 1 to the 23.
And you want to run the football. That's okay. You'll take some of these. But if they start to add up down the road, obviously, you might want to think about airing it out a little bit.
It's complete on the right side. He's up past the 35. They corral him out of bounds. Mark it down at the 38, and this offense might have something going. It's 1st and 10 from the 38-yard line. Looking downfield on 1st down. Working that left side. Good pickup there as he gets the 1st down, and they'll mark him at the 48.
This is good news for the offense here because they've got their Heisman-caliber receiver in a bit of a groove. Back-to-back catches. The defense has no answer for him. I would keep force-feeding him the football because he's catching fire right now.
And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it. Lost 1 on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. Back to pass. There's the pressure. Quickly out to the tight end. He's knocked out of bounds at the 42. Solid pickup on that one.
Well, you hear all the time that the tight end's the QB's best friend. You saw a perfect example of it on that last play, right? 2nd down, you need to pick up some positive yards to keep this 3rd down manageable. Really nice job of executing that.
They'll finally get him on the ground, but not before he makes it to the 30 and gets a 1st down. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. And the Longhorns back to the line on 1st down. Let's see if they keep leaning on this running game. They'll make the stop, and he gets 4 on the play. Balls at the 25.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
Solid pickup of 4 on 1st down. It's 2nd and 6. Motion from the wideout. Quarterback touch pass on the jet sweep. And he is snuffed out, greeted by a host of defenders.
Got to give the defense credit. Watching film, anticipating. They knew that this offense had this play in their back pocket. They knew about the speed of this wide receiver in different ways they were going to try to get him involved. Everybody on defense on the same page, playing together. I loved it.
So the offense is going to go for it on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. Finds him out of the backfield. That will be enough to move the chains and give him a 1st down in the red zone at the 14. And the Longhorns come to the line with a new set of downs. Going with the ground game left. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
Awesome job up front by this defensive line. Being so good at the point of attack and eating blocks, eating some double teams that allows these linebackers to run free, unencumbered, and get to the football.
Out of the shotgun, they go to the ground. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball. 12th play of the drive coming up, but they've got a long way to go here on 3rd down. Caught in the backfield, it's Skinner. Got some room in to the goal line. Touchdown, Longhorns! And they add 6 more on the board with that trip to the house.
And they trust their QB to execute like they have the whole 1st half, and he delivers, and they build on this lead and build their momentum going into halftime.
Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
A bit of an under-the-radar game this week, guys, but take a look at this. South Alabama is darn near perfect offensively today. This is almost exactly the way they drew things up this week in practice. They're up 14 over Troy. Just another week of football in the Sun Belt, guys, where we've come to expect the unexpected.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere.
And listen, the quarterback drops back, and he's going through his progressions. We see zone, but just couldn't do anything about it. This defensive line, this pressure, getting to the quarterback, getting him on the ground.
Off the bootleg, wants to toss it. Finds the tight end. They'll knock him down, and that'll take us to halftime. The Gators will kick it away to crank up the second half. Here he comes from inside his own 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. And here comes the Texas offense back on the field. They've been nothing short of spectacular so far. 3 drives, 3 touchdowns, and they'll try to make it 4 for 4. On the option. Now the pitch. Breaks the tackle. They'll guide him out of bounds down at the 25-yard line. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. They'll run behind the big guys on the right. Finds that crease, and he's got 4 out to the 29. The Longhorns line up, trying to move the sticks on 3rd and short. They'll try to pick it up on the ground. Now they'll really try to get this drive going. Good execution on 3rd down as they have it 1st and 10 at the 31. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. They'll run it behind the big guys on the left. Got behind those pads and picked up 3 out to the 35.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying.
Brings into the open. Big pickup on the ground here to keep this drive moving and give them a 1st down.
This shouldn't be a surprise to anybody. If you've got the lead in the 3rd quarter and you want to keep it, you got to bleed the clock. Best way to do that, run the football. And you're now seeing this offense call these run plays back to back. They are trying to be physical. They're trying to stay on the field.
And the defense snows him under after a very short gain. After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line 2nd and 7. Looks as if they didn't get it off in time. It'll be a delay of game.
Delay of game. Offense.
So frustrating to see an offense lose track of the play clock and pick up a penalty like that. And now on 2nd down for this offense. Power football with the run. And he is stopped immediately by the big defensive lineman.
It's hard to run on a defense that comes off the ball like that.
Down, he drops to throw. Finds a man on the left. And he ran away from the crowd, and he'll take it in. Touchdown, Texas! They are seizing control and taking away hope as they push out the lead in this Week 8 showdown.
Well, this offense looked unstoppable in the 1st half, lighting up the scoreboard, and it doesn't look much different here in the 2nd half. They take their first drive of the 3rd quarter, march it down the field and score. There is no end in sight for these guys.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Florida has the ball back, and here comes the offense. They're down by 21 points, but you get a touchdown here, you do at least apply a little game pressure, Jesse.
It's true.
Turning it on. Ripping through the defense. They'll get the 1st down. It's spotted on the 49.
And busting big runs like this, we always talk about the running backs, but it's the big boys up front paving their lanes, those receivers gluing on those DBs that make these plays really go for big yardage.
And how about those receivers? Not just the glamour of catching passes, but doing some dirty work, too.
No doubt. When they get on those guys in the second level and get on those DBs, that's when you break those big, long runs.
And the pass is incomplete. It's the final play of the third quarter. Fourth quarter is coming. Guys, it is Texas who holds the lead. Let's take a quick look at the national rankings to see how this playoff race is shaping up. So the final period starts with a second down play. They'll throw again after the incompletion. That's caught. It's Middleton. And the defense had that one well covered. Just a short gain there.
And this offense just hasn't found a way to kind of open it up. Like, they haven't found those explosive plays. It feels like the defense is kind of strangling them and staying really close to the line of scrimmage because of their lack of their big play ability over the top. This offense has to dial something up.
This defense has just been all over this guy all game long. Under pressure, they're finding a way to get to him and affect his rhythm. Of course, they have an interception in this game. That's why they've got a big lead here in the fourth quarter. This guy has never gotten into a rhythm.
Fires to the wideout. Complete in the middle. And not much of a fourth down gamble when it's that much of a sure thing. An easy conversion for this offense. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball.
And that's kind of what we've seen from this offense all game long, man. It's been hard. It's been a struggle, and receiver and quarterback just not on the same page. Somebody out wide needs to step up, needs to make some plays for their QB because they're in a huge hole, and they need some explosive passing plays.
It's incomplete. He was shooting for the end zone right there.
And this is always the time in the game where coaches are absolutely watching. Like, which one of my guys mail it in and quit? And if you're the quarterback, man, you've been sacked a few times, you've turned the football over. Like, continue to play, find some ways to maybe get a few first.
And the rush will get to him at the 25.
Well, you just sort of felt like this defense had to do something to get this quarterback out of a rhythm, right? He's been picking them apart all drive long, and finally they come up with a sack.
Down by multiple possessions, they can't come up empty on this drive in the fourth quarter. They'll go for it on fourth down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Lets it fly deep downfield. And it's incomplete way downfield, and the defense rises to the occasion. And here come the horns. They've got it again on offense. That last touchdown drive was surgical through the air, Jesse.
It sure was, and that's why this offense is so dangerous, David, because they can score in a hurry because of how efficient they are throwing the football.
And welcome to modern college football. That's what it is. Spread you out, find my playmakers, make quick decisions, and really put defenses in a difficult situation.
They'll keep it on the ground, trying to milk the clock. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. They come to the line, facing third and long from the 25. Leaves it with the running back. He gets it out to the 28-yard line. Not enough to pick up the first down.
And these RPOs always put the defense in a bind. But listen, you give up the run, they get a short little gain. No harm, no foul.
They're throwing for it on fourth down. They got him for the sack, and that'll be a turnover on downs.
It is what it is. There's no pressure. This game's over. You're up by a ton of points. They're not going to come back here in the fourth quarter, so you're just trying to put up more stats. And listen, stats count. Like, we all count our stats. At the end of the season, we look up, we got 1,000 yards receiving. Like, all these plays still matter.
He stopped at the 14-yard line, and they'll stay on the attack from there. The 2-minute timeout arrives, and we have certainly seen miracles in college football, and they will certainly need one here. Going to work on second down in the red zone, and still some ground to cover to pick up that first down. Pulls and fires it complete to the right. They'll get it down to the 10-yard line on that completion. Everybody has to be set. They have to get it off. They're going to try to throw for it on third down. Makes the grab. Works his way to the 4-yard line, and they'll have it first and goal. He's looking to throw. Lets it go to the end zone. Touchdown, Florida. Grab the short pass to put the 6 on the board.
The one thing you know about this offense, they're going to keep fighting, right? They're down on the scoreboard right now, but they're trying everything they can. Nice job there, finding a way to score that touchdown. And listen, we've seen crazier things happen before in college football. This thing ain't over until there's zeros on the clock.
So now the Longhorns take over, and they'll send out the offense. They're in command of this game. Now let's see if they try to rub a little... Oh, he's got some space. And he's loose, and he'll take it to the house. Touchdown, Longhorns! They give themselves a little more cushion as they try to reel off their 4th straight win. And the extra point splits the uprights, and they're up a full 3 touchdowns, a 21-point cushion in the 4th. That one might have put the finishing touches on this game.
This one is over. Game, set, match. The defense had a chance to maybe kind of keep their team in it, but the offense said, take it to the locker room.
Couldn't ask for better starting field position for this offense. Out of the gun, they'll run it inside. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
Yeah, this offense